I said, just imagine someone comes to you and says, you Muslims, you judge by the Quran, and then leaves. And then, centuries later, you find out, oh, I wasn't talking about the Quran you have. I was talking about some Quran you don't have. You'd be the worst communicator ever, right? So you point out those kinds of things. They'll also...
Kind of reminds me of the Islamic catch-22 argument that I give about Jesus' crucifixion and whether he died. So thanks for copying that from me.
No, what you can actually take this and you can make all kinds of dilemmas, right?
Yeah.
You can show any verse in the Bible that disagrees with something that Islam teaches and put it in dilemma form, right? So you can show where Jesus calls himself the Son of God, or where he says that he's going to be a ransom for mankind. And guess what? If there's two possibilities, either said that or he didn't. If he said that, then Islam is false. If he didn't say that, then Islam is false for affirming that book and for affirming the inspiration, the preservation, authority of that book. So either way, Islam just turns out to be false. And so you can take any issue, wherever the Muslim objects, go back to the Islamic dilemma, and he's got a problem.
Well, I've often heard it said that there are two kinds of people in this world. Those who divide the world into two kinds of people, and those who don't.
I thought you were going to say those with bullets in their guns and those who dig.
Oh, yeah. There are two kinds of people in this world. Those with loaded guns and those who dig. You dig. So, what was that from? Good, Bad, and the Ugly, right?
Yep.
All right. Have you ever thrown that, given that argument to a Muslim? I'm sure you have. Well,
oh, yeah.
What's been the response?
Well, I mean, there are some people who actually end up converting to Christianity based on that kind of argument. Abdul Murray. Abdul Murray converted, not because we gave it to him.
No, I thought it was a resurrection, right?
He went through the same reasoning, namely that the Quran keeps telling me to go to this other book, that this other book is Revelation, and this led him to the Bible, right? But the only thing they can do, the only real response is they have to say it's referring to some other gospel, right? One that we don't have. But as soon as they do that, they're telling, then the next step is to
preserve
point out,
it.
Yeah, the next step is to point out that they're basically calling Allah the worst communicator in the world, right? I tell them, I said, wait a minute, you're telling me Allah comes and he tells us, Christians, you judge by the gospel, knowing that we're going to assume that he means the gospel that we actually have and not some gospel that we don't have. And he walks away. I said, just imagine someone comes to you and says, you Muslims, you judge by the Quran, and then leaves. And then, centuries later, you find out, oh, I wasn't talking about the Quran you have. I was talking about some Quran you don't have. You'd be the worst communicator ever, right? So you point out those kinds of things. They'll also, it's kind of silly, but they'll also take verses of the Quran, completely distort their meaning to make it sound like it's talking about the corruption of the Bible. So there are verses in the Quran that they'll twist and make it sound like it's talking about the corruption of the Bible. All you have to do is read the passage, look at the historical background. The Quran does nothing but affirm the inspiration and the preservation and authority of our text. And Muslims, show me one word critical of the gospel that is in our possession. Show me one word in the Quran that's critical of the gospel in our possession.